What's going on this Thursday afternoon, guys? Frank, House of Orange Sports Channel, coming at you. Portal season is hot and heavy. When it comes to the portal, Frank Rock's got you covered. Tennessee, of course, news did come out today. They've lost Nathan Leacock, wide receiver out of North Carolina, to the portal. By my count, and I could be wrong on this, this is the sixth in this time. So it's like, well, everybody's leaving. Is anybody coming in? Well, I'm not sure who broke it, but I saw Austin Price, VolQuest.com, Ryan Callahan, 247sports.com as well. Both posted that Tennessee will host a guy I'm pretty excited about, and especially if they're able to get him in the fold this weekend. Former offensive lineman, or former Texas A&M offensive lineman, T.J. Shanahan Jr. in 2023. He was a consensus four-star recruit across the board in 24/7, On3, ESPN, and Rivals. Rivals had him ranked top 40 in the whole nation. He has started some games for Texas A&M, played quite a few snaps from what I gathered this year. He's played some center. He's played some guard. Well, we've talked about it on here. Where does Tennessee need help on the offensive line moving forward? It's going to be on the interior. According to Austin Price, he said Shanahan will be in town for about 36 hours. So I don't know if this is his only visit he has set up so far. I don't know if I've not seen whether he has other visits set up. I've only seen this one. And based on what I've seen when I've looked him up here, it looks like he just entered the portal yesterday. So I don't know if this is something he's reached out or no, it says 2 days ago, according to Aggie's Wire, that he did enter the portal. And it says, according to the Gig'em Gazette, this was not a guy Texas A&M wanted to lose either. I've seen some stuff posted around where Texas A&M fans and just different outlets said this guy was more than likely expected to start next year for them. So hopefully Tennessee can get him in here and get that one closed, as Tennessee does have portal needs. By my count, and some pretty good news if you ask me on it with him coming in, because right now by my count, you'll have Lance Hurd left tackle. One of your guards is going to be Sham Umaroff. William Satterwhite at center. Your other guard's kind of open. And then I think David Sanders Jr., right tackle. Well, a couple things that could be big for Tennessee. Number one, if you could get Shanahan in the fold, that'd be huge. Number two, Andre Karich is apparently trying to get another year. He's played pretty solid football for Tennessee at left guard this year. If you get him back and you get Shanahan, where does Shanahan go? He can play center. He can play guard. And he's just a redshirt freshman, so he has at least 2 more years left if he comes to Tennessee. And I like that because he's a guy, he's listed as 6'4", 323, or at least his Rivals profile, or I'm sorry, his On3 profile says that. It could have changed at this point. 6'4", 323. It's a guy with good size. Can he command that? Tennessee's losing Cooper Mays or losing Javonte Spraggins after this year. 2 big losses, 2 guys that's played a lot of football in Knoxville. They'll be hard to replace. But, a part of me wondered with Satterwhite. He's redshirted this year. I think that's who Tennessee's grooming to possibly take over at center. But you get a guy like this, again, a consensus 4-star across the board coming in, who has played SEC football, who has played in the trenches, who does have that experience, and who does have multiple years left. It's a no-brainer to me if you can add this guy in. And, it could be a possibility where it's Satterwhite at center, Shanahan at one guard, Karich at the other. It could be a case of where it's Karich and Umaroff at the guards and Shanahan at the center position. The good thing about it is it gives them flexibility. As we've seen this year, you need that flexibility. They've needed it at tackle. They've needed it at guard as well at times, especially that left guard. Seems like it's been kind of a combination of Karich and Jackson Lampley this year. And obviously we've seen at least 4 tackles play. Oklahoma game, you were down Lance Hurd and John Campbell, and you had Dane Davis and Larry Johnson who played in that one as well. This is a good start for Tennessee, especially if they can close this one off, because I'm thinking right now they need definitely an interior offensive lineman. Running back's going to be interesting to me. Running back is an interesting one because I've maintained all season long. I think Dylan Sampson will go pro. I think he's crazy not to. Tight end, I think they're good. Wide receiver, now that they've lost 3, you've got 3 coming in, 3 4-stars coming in. They've seemed to have added a wide receiver each year through the portal. I know they added Javonte Payton, Brew McCoy, Dante Thornton, Chris Brazel. It would not shock me at all to see them add another one through the portal. And there's a lot of good ones out there, but there's a lot of money being commanded out there for NIL as well. I expect it wouldn't surprise me for Rodney Garner. He seemed to have added at least almost every year they've added somebody through the portal on the defensive line as well. Linebacker, I think they're good. Defensive back, I think they're pretty good, but could they add a safety? I'm not so sure they need a safety. I think they've got guys. I know you lose Will Brooks, but you got Jacoby Thomas coming back. Jordan Thomas will be back from injury, and he can shift back to safety if needed. And I wonder if they do that based on how Bukar and Christian Harrison have played at that star position. But this team next year has a chance to be potentially even better. And I detailed the schedule last night. They released the full schedule. Of course, we don't know the times. From my initial reaction, worst case, I see 9-3 on that. That's worst case. I mean, obviously, best case, I see 12-0, but you got to go to Alabama. You got to go to Florida. I think that's probably being a bit ambitious to expect 12-0. But, if you get Shanahan, this is a really good start to what Tennessee's trying to do in the portal. And I like it. I hope they can close the deal here as well. I'll keep you updated on any more portal stuff as much as possible. Now, obviously, it's not original content. I'm copying it. So, again, I know these sites have put it out there. Here in a bit, I'm going to do a Tennessee-Illinois basketball preview for Saturday night. And Tennessee baseball did finally release their full schedule today. I have a couple things coming later on tonight. It's going to be a busy night for the House of Orange. Hope you guys will tune in. Have a great rest of your evening. Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports Channel. And it's always a great day to wear the orange.